Hello, I am Gregory and this is Pensane. If you enjoy videos about fountain pens, ink, and paper, I invite you to subscribe and hopefully you will join us. Today is New Pen and Ink Day. I had this idea. There was an ink that I had tried a sample of. As soon as I laid it on the paper, I was blown away by how vibrant it is. And so I always had it in the back of my mind that I needed this ink. But it's a scary ink, so I figured I need a dedicated pen for it. So, again, it's New Pen and Ink Day, so let's take a look. All right, so here we go. So this is the Nahvalur Triad. I've heard good and bad things about it. Again, this is going to be a very dedicated use with this naughty ink. So essentially what I'm going to be using this for is addressing envelopes. All right, let's take a look. Okay, my initial impression is not good. This looks like a very, very cheap pen. Which, well, it's actually not a very, very cheap pen. I think the suggested retail is $20 on it. And this does not look like a $20 pen to me. Yeah. But it's probably going to serve the purpose. So, yeah. I got the medium nib. The nib looks very good. Has a clear feed. It does have that, it being called Triad, it has 3 sides with very well-rounded edges. It actually feels super comfortable. Now, anytime there's a pen that has a suggested grip with indentations like this, I usually feel like it puts it at the wrong angle for my writing. So this is a natural writing angle for me. And as you see, the nib is completely sideways. So, interesting. Do most people write like this? I don't think so. Yeah, we'll see. Because oftentimes, and I'm not going to be able to do it this one. Oftentimes I can tweak the angle by just putting my finger on the top. But that's super uncomfortable with this pen. So I'm going to have to use it as intended. So this is a cartridge converter. And I'm realizing now I'm going to need a converter. But I should have a converter that works with this. Yeah, it does come with a cartridge, and then it comes with the little spacer. One of those funny ones that it's basically the same thing, but it's open on both ends. All right, so let me get a converter for this. Okay, so this turned into a bit of a mess. I forgot. I knew at some point, but I forgot that this pen, the Triad, does not use a converter. And correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to drop a comment down below. But so this fits. So I was excited, but that's as far as it goes on. Then I thought, okay, well maybe the little Kaweco, but the Kaweco won't even attach. So that was out. So we're left with one option, and that is to take an empty cartridge. Be sure and save these. And use a syringe. In this case, this is the first time I'm using this actually, I believe. So essentially it's a needle that fits on this sort of converted cartridge. And then you can put that in the ink and just pump it like that, which should be easier. Again, we'll see how this works. And I don't remember where I got this. I assume Amazon or maybe AliExpress, one of those. Yeah, but theoretically, this should work great. And you can't put more than is going to fit in the cartridge anyway. Yeah, so that should work. That should work great. All right, so we need to take a look at this naughty ink. Any guesses? Ah, yes. Baystate Blue. Yeah, so the first time I had this, it was just in a sample. And I was doing my swatch and I was like, wow. It was the most vibrant ink I have ever seen in my life. So, yeah. We're definitely gonna need this because Noodler is notorious for filling their ink bottles to the brim. I'm just gonna give it a gentle toss. It opens pretty easily actually. But yeah, that's full to the brim. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, that is beautiful. All right, and let's see how this works. Let's try it again. Yeah, that's a better fill there. Let me just put that in there. And I definitely want to try and get a little more in there carefully. Ooh, I'm getting it all over my fingers. Oh boy. I think we've sprung a leak. There, that's... I'm gonna be blue for a while. All right, so this is faulty, definitely. I'm a little concerned about the fill there. Yeah, I'd like to get more, but well, I've gotten this inky. I suppose it's not gonna hurt if I get a little more inky. There we go. I guess the bubbles needed to settle. Woo! It's a good thing I put this down. Oh my goodness. All right. I need to do some cleanup here. Clean up on aisle 7. I do have these Amodex stain wipes, which is probably not going to be a match for Baystate Blue. Oh man, that's pretty crazy. I think that's the best we're gonna get. And this is going in the trash. But I'm gonna grab it with this. Oh man. That was a fail. That was a fail. You know, I'm okay with that. That's an acceptable level of ink on my hands. Yeah, so let's move on. All right, so we got that filled up. When you screw that on, you feel it locks in place there. Nice. I think I want to, because I do not want that to come out inside the pen. And I think I can put one back there for added support. I think that should work fine. Yeah. Nice. I think I just got more ink on my hands as I was putting the cap back on, but there you go, Baystate blue. Isn't there something about Murphy's Law that specifically mentions Baystate blue? I bet there is. All right, so we're gonna do a little sample writing in this Kikuyo campus. It's the report pad. Oh yeah, that should be inked up enough. And as you would hope, it posts very, very well. So not quite yet. And again, I don't know if you can see it, but I feel like it's forcing me to hold the pen at almost like I'm writing on the side of the nib. Ah, there we go. All right, let's just get this going a little bit here. Okay, so yeah, that is just so vibrant. The pen has a little bit of feedback, but not bad at all. And honestly, I feel like it's writing perfectly well at this angle. I had concerns that I might need to tilt it a little bit, but no, it's working fine. I have to say, that's very smooth, actually. There's a little feedback, but super impressed with the nib. It's actually very comfortable to hold. Yeah, I'm impressed. My only complaint being it looks really cheap, and I think part of it is this clip. The clip is not doing it for me. The clip is a little too reminiscent of like a Bic crystal or something. I don't know. I like that they have the translucent part and then the solid part. That's a nice touch. That clip really ruins the pen for me. Just the look, you know. But I have to say, it's very, very comfortable. And they have this same material right here, and it actually seems a little grippy. So, wow. I want to write a little bit more with this pen. Wow. I wasn't gonna do a swipe because I didn't want to get more ink on my fingers, but I mean, I have this much, so. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm gonna love this. Now the final test. So I think I mentioned that the purpose of this pen is going to be for addressing envelopes. And one of the envelopes that I specifically use, so I have this Midori MD paper cotton letter pad, and it came as a set. So it has, you have the sheets there, and then the envelopes. So let's try doing my address on, my return address on the envelope. Okay. So I do see some feathering. In fact, I see quite a bit of feathering. Yeah, so that's it. That's a little disappointing. Just for comparison, I have these Mead airmail envelopes. Let's see how it fares on this. Ooh, horrible. Yeah, that's far worse. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like this is to an acceptable degree. It's not ideal, but I think it'll be all right. All right, so there you go. We have the Noodler's Baystate Blue and the Nahvalur Triad. I'm impressed with the pen, definitely. The ink, the feathering is concerning. I thought it was going to be, other than being like a fairly permanent ink, I thought it would be a little better behaved than it is. So that's a little disappointing, but you know what? It's going to serve the purpose, and it's such a vibrant, like, solid blue. So I'm going to enjoy this ink regardless. Yeah. But there you go. What do you think of this pen and ink combination? Do you have Baystate blue? Are your fingers blue? Yeah, feel free to drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, what do you think of the Nahvalur Triad? Again, I'm impressed. I thought it was super comfortable. The only thing going against it is it looks so cheap. It looks like a $5 pen, honestly. It really does. But if you get past that, and there's some design elements that are pretty cool about it, but if you get past that, it's super comfortable to hold, for me anyway. And the writing experience was actually impressive. Well, I shouldn't say impressive, because I love narwhal. I have a bunch in my collection, so I was very interested in picking this one up because it is that lower end. So it was nice to pick up a lower end narwhal. Honestly, I think it's overpriced, but yeah. Again, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you'll join me on this fountain pen journey, and stay tuned for more. I have a lot of stuff coming up, so a lot in the pipeline. Again, I'm so happy to be back, and I appreciate the warm welcome I received. You're all very kind. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Just a quick postscript here. Hand sanitizer helped even more. These are a must pairing.